because we're gonna try and make, I should say, we're gonna turn Mater into Jimbo. Now they don't look alike because here's Jimbo, not quite like Jimbo, but I'm gonna make sure I remove this here back toe thing here, squash the sides with the hammer in the vise, and lower down the top a bit because he's a bit too high. I may have to squeeze him in the vise to shrink it down and really beat up the front. Then I'll paint the whole thing primer gray. Then I'll put a wine color on it to match this color here, and hopefully it'll turn out a little bit like Smashed Up Jimbo. Look, number 13. Okay, Mater, let's get cracking. We're gonna cut off the back first. See how that works? We'll do that right here. I'm not sure, I've never done this before. Like, cut all that off. Oh, it's coming pretty good. Look. I have lots of Maters in case you're wondering. I have like 15 more Maters, so I'm not worried about losing one. See? I got that smashed off. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and bend these pieces. This is die-cast, it might be hard to bend, so I'm gonna put it in the vise and crush it. Okay, Mater's in the vise. See, that's, I'll show you what it's like right here. So sit in the vise, and I'm gonna tighten the vise and see if I can crush these sides. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, folks. It might be a big fail for all I know. It might be. See the sides getting smaller now? There they go. They're really crushing them pretty good. I gotta flatten it out. Oh, that came good. One side cracked, see? Now I'll try and crack the other side so I can really flatten this out. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put this right in the vise like this here and crush it. Gotta make it look like Jimbo as much as I can. Okay, how's that look? It's not too bad. I have to flatten that. I think I'll use the hammer on that. But now I want to squash him down a little bit. He's a bit too high. I might try and crush where his eyes are. Make it a little bit flatter. I don't want to ruin the whole truck though. I want to see if I can squash this down a little bit just to make it look a little flatter because his eyes are too big. Okay, here goes. This is the vise. Okay, folks, here goes Mater. Just gonna make him a little. It's not Mater anymore. It's actually Jimbo. So we don't want to destroy it. There we go. That's better. Nice. Okay, let's take it out and have a look. Okay, let's put the vise away. Well, it didn't change much. I may have to use the hammer. Hang on a sec. Well, that came pretty good. Mater's pretty smashed up pretty good. It looks a bit like Jimbo. Now I'm going to put a coat of paint. I'll take the wheels off for now and put a nice coat of gray paint on them, and then we'll get ready to paint. Looks quite a bit like Jimbo. Okay, I took Mater's undercarriage and wheels off so I can completely turn them gray and then turn them into Jimbo. So Jimbo's completely gray first. Okay, there's primer Jimbo. aka Mater. When I come back, when it dries, I'll put the first coat of the dark wine or purple color on, and then you can listen to some comments again if I have any left. Okay, the deep wine color that's on Jimbo, I'm going to try and make it up with, mix with some of this color here. It's almost like a purple with some black to see if I can get that deep color. I'm not sure, I've never done this before, but pay attention and you can try this at home. Actually, you know, I'm going to try using brown instead. Whoops, way too much. There, see how that looks. I'll stir it up, see what color we get. It's not too bad. It's kind of a deep wine. Let's have a look. Very close. Gee, that was a good guess. A little bit more brown probably, and that'll be it. Just a tad more. Just a little tiny bit. There. Now stir that up and see how it looks. Actually, I'm going to go with that color. That's almost a perfect match. Good guess. It was like purple and brown. Okay, we'll come back in a few minutes and finish off Mater with his first coat of the color of Jimbo. Okay, the primer paint is pretty dry, so I'm going to paint the whole truck now this here wine color. And then I'll come back later and put the brown touches to it. And then we'll start putting the eyes on. Actually, it's still a little bit damp, isn't it? Yeah. I have to put 2 coats at least on this to cover up the silver. That's going to be nice. Okay, we'll let that dry. Mix with the more paint and put the second coat on in a little while. Okay, the first coat is pretty much dry. I'll put another coat on now to make sure it's really rich and thick. And then I'll go around putting the white around the eyes. This will take a while to dry now because it's so thick. It's pretty good. It's not exactly the color of Jimbo, but it's pretty close. There we go. Now I'm going to leave that dry for quite a while actually before I put the white for his eyes and the black dots for his eyeballs, and the different color bumper and that's about it actually. Not much to Jimbo. Number 13 on the side and on the roof, and that's about it. We'll leave that dry for a while, folks. Okay, it's dried pretty good now. That's a second coat on it. I'm gonna put the brown on now. The brown goes on the bumper area up here, up the front. And also, Mater is no longer gonna have a grill, so I'm just gonna mash some brown in there. It's not very fancy, that's for sure. And he's got brown, just kind of like smudged on his bodywork all over the place. It's kind of a messy. This Jimbo's a real mess, don't you think? And there's also brown along the top of his roof right here, and half his eyes. So I'm just gonna leave this part brown for now. I'm going to put some white across where his eyes are going to be, and then I'm going to fill it in with brown later. So I'll just put some more brown right there. This is a real horrible looking truck. That's Jimbo, that's for sure. Okay, let's get the white, put that where his eyes are going to be, and then I'll black it all out later. Okay? Okay, that looks good. It's going to take a lot longer than I thought to do Jimbo because he's kind of a weird color. I'm going to put some, like I said, some eye spots there later, and some other brown over the top of that, so it's not as big. Okay, any more brown on this guy here now? Just along the sides, and then I'll put number 13 on it, and that'll be it. Let's do that dry for now. We'll come back and finish it off. Okay, that's pretty much dry. Now I'm going to put some black dots where his eyes are going to be, and then I'll try and make it nice eyebrows with the brown later. Good. Now I'll come back in a little while and try and put some brown around that to cover it up. Okay, the eyes came pretty good. Now I'm going to try and put the eyebrows on very carefully, because he's kind of mean looking actually. Go right across here. That's better. Not his eyebrow, obviously his eyes. And see if I can make that look mean if I can. Okay, now the hair part. Getting there. Doesn't look too bad yet. Sorry about that. Be quiet here. Okay, now the little dab right here. Ooh, not too bad. He looks pretty mean looking, doesn't he? There, folks. Jimbo's eyes. Wow, that came pretty nice. Okay, now I'll get another brush and put the number 13 on the side and on the top, and we'll be finished. Okay, that's always the hardest part. Okay, here goes. 1, 3. Doesn't look very hard now. Okay, I'm not sure what's on top. It looks like 13's on top. I can't really tell from the picture. 1, 3. Gee, that's good. Okay, one more. 1, 3. And there we have Jimbo. The Demolition Derby without his wheels right now. We'll put them back on and we'll see how he looks when he's set up ready to go. Well, there you have it, folks. Jimbo from the Demolition Derby, made from Mater. It's not too bad. His box is crushed pretty good. He doesn't have the look that Jimbo has exactly, but it's pretty close. What do you think? Send us your comments and send us your favorite moments again from Cars 1, 2, and 3. And have a great day, everybody.